What is up, everyone? It is Sunday, and it's the day that I've been looking forward to for about a week and a half now. I have a new card set that I got from APBA football, APBA football. I showed you guys here. I'll show it again if I still can. I showed you guys how it was delivered to me um, when I got it. I think I got it on Thursday, and I think I showed this in one of my videos, but I'll show it again here. So if you look. This is kind of a typical APBA delivery route, right? It goes from Georgia. Let me go a little bit more. There we go. From Georgia all the way up to where I live up here in Northeast Ohio, right? It's there. But for some reason, that was an order that I placed back in June. For some reason, this one, the U.S. Postal Service decided they wanted to do it a little bit differently, and they gave me this. So it took a little bit longer to get here than usual. I don't know why they did this, but it's the U.S. Postal Service. I guess that's what your all your stamp money, your increases in stamp money goes toward. I don't know, but I finally did get it, and I made all the team sheets. I updated Pro Football Helper because this season was not in Pro Football Helper, and everything is going to be up on my website. There's a link in the show notes. It's jerryevanoff.com/download. Everything will be there for you to download. Probably it should be there by the time this video is posted. If it's not, give me a couple hours, because I plan on doing it all this afternoon. But so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the cards really quick, and then we're going to look at Pro Football Helper really quick, and then we're going to set up a game. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play. I'm going to play at least maybe the first quarter, the first half. Depends on how long it takes me. But I don't know if you guys remember, if you get the newsletter from APBA back a week and a half ago on Wednesday, it was announced they were going to release the 1949 AAFC set. And this really excited me because I was on Dave Gardner's podcast back on Memorial Day, episode 3.14, the Pie episode. And I said, I really wish APBA would give me an Otto Graham card. Well, at the time, I didn't even know it. They were in the process of making an Otto Graham season for me. This is 1949. 7 teams. This is not the NFL. This is the AAFC. 7 teams in the AAFC, and those teams include New York, not the Jets, not the Giants, the Yankees, the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Colts, the Chicago Hornets, the Los Angeles Dons. Like Cleveland was named after Paul Brown. Did they name Los Angeles after Don Adams? The Los Angeles Dons. I don't know. And there's Cleveland. And there are the San Francisco 49ers. So we've got 7 teams. If we look at, let's look at, what do you call it there? The website that I'm thinking of that I can't think of. Pro Football Helper. We go to Pro Football Helper right now. Let's see. Google Chrome. And right on top is 1949. And AAFC. So if you look at the standings for this season, the Browns were the champion, because I don't really like to buy seasons where they stink, except for 2012. But they were the champion. 7 teams. Browns were 9-1-2. San Francisco 9-3. New York 8-4. Buffalo 5-5-2. Chicago and Los Angeles 4-8. And the Colts were 1-11. There was a playoff. The Browns played the Bills. So they did a 1 versus 4 and a 2 versus 3. I like that. To figure out who was going to be the champion that year. Leading the way, if we want to look at some leaders. Let's see, where are our stats? Let's see, it's down here somewhere. Where is it at? Playoff, award winners, team offense, passing. Where are our stats? Here we go. Leaders, maybe here. There we go. Yeah, maybe this will work. This is terrible. Let me see if I can figure out a better way to do this. I've seen this before. It's down here. Here we go. Here we go. Rush. So start with passing. I love looking at these stats. 14 game season, so we're looking at 14 games. Otto Graham led the way in yards, but Frankie Albert for the Niners, 27 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. That's pretty impressive. Otto Graham was the MVP that year, 56% completion percentage. George Ratterman of the Bills actually led the way with 57.9. Only 4 guys threw more than 10 touchdowns, threw more than 6 touchdowns. That's hilarious, especially since Bob Horschenmeyer, who we'll see today, was a tailback, and Johnny Clement was a tailback, and they threw 6 apiece. So this is going to be different. Let's look at rushing, and this is where you're going to see, I believe, Horschenmeyer. Horschenmeyer with the most attempts, but Joe Perry of the 49ers, yeah, had 783 yards, 8 touchdowns. Chet Mertrin and then Marion Motley of the Browns with 570, also 8 touchdowns. We look at receptions. This is, back in the day, it was a lot of running the ball. But if we look at receptions, you've got Max Speedy of the Browns, 62 catches. That's actually pretty impressive. I mean, that's impressive for a Browns team now. Was he the only guy over 1,000 yards? Yeah, he was. And he was actually 309 yards ahead of the next guy, Al Baldwin, or AI Baldwin. I don't know what his name is there. But we do have Alan Beals. He had 44 catches and 12 of them were touchdowns. That's a pretty good ratio. So this is going to be fun. I'm really, really excited. This is a full season replay. I'm 100% doing a full season replay of this. Again, 7 teams, 14 games. If we look at the schedule, here it is. The schedule's kind of interesting because obviously you have to have at least one team on bye every week. Week 1, only 4 teams played. 3 teams did not play. And then you had 3 weeks. You had 3 games a week, with one team on bye. So they were ahead of their time with the bye weeks. But then you go down to the final week, week 14. And for whatever reason, the Yankees did kind of a West Coast swing. They did Los Angeles on a Thursday. And then 4 days later, they did San Francisco. And naturally, they did lose the second game that they're going to play in 4 days. I mean, it's football. It's hard. So they did lose that. And then here are your playoffs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full season replay. Again, I put everything into... I can't believe I showed you that. I had that up there without actually showing you. Let me do that again. There we go. So again, first week, 3 teams on bye, only 2 games. Probably for TV. They wanted like Netflix to get these games or something. And then you had 3 games a week, 1 team on bye every week. And then there at the bottom again, New York doing their West Coast swing. They went to Los Angeles and then 4 days later they, they played at home. Oh my goodness. It wasn't even, I thought it was a West Coast swing the whole time. So they went to Los Angeles, they flew home, and 4 days later and what's funny about that is San Francisco didn't play the previous week. So San Francisco had 2 weeks off. New York had 4 days off and they had to get home. Oh my goodness. Boy, the AAFC really screwed over the Yankees on that time, didn't they? All right. So that's going to be your schedule. I'm going to pick a random game in the middle of the season because I want to play 2 particular teams. So let's go ahead and open up Pro Football Helper. There it is. I've already put the files in here. I did not double check the players yet. I will do that here in a second. I'm going to go through the teams here in a minute. But I did put everything in here. Let's actually look at some of the teams. Let's go down to the team. I'm going to do these 2. I'm going to play San Francisco and New York today. So we'll do those 2 teams last. We'll start with my favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. And we're going to put my glasses back on. So again, not a lot of cards. And this is a time when most players went both ways, which I think is interesting. Otto Graham, I mean, he's a 5. I know he went to Northwestern. Good for him. He's smart. So he's a 5. Then you get a Marion Motley. He's a 4. This is a good team. Dub Jones. These guys here only went one way here. We're not getting to the 2-player players yet. Edgar Jones. I think I've heard of him. Ed Susterek. Susterek. However you say it. I've heard of him. Fullback. Tony Adamley. I wonder if he's related to Mike Adamley. Ara Parsegian. Wasn't he like Notre Dame's head coach? Went to Miami of Ohio. Isn't that where Lou Holtz went to? Maybe there's some connection there. I'm not sure because Lou Holtz ended up coaching at Kent State, which was where I went to college. Then you get into the players that play both ways. And you'll notice on defense, you have a halfback. So this is thanks to Ogard, Ogard62.net. He put out a document that looks like this. Actually, let's go through the Browns first. This is one of my favorites. Tommy James, I assume without the Chandels. He's a halfback 2 and a halfback 4. Some of these guys, like Warren Lahr, I like that he's halfback 2, halfback 3, safety 3. He's a C1, so he caught passes, and a W4, so he intercepted passes. Find that interesting. There's Lou the Toe. Look at all the stuff that he's got there. OC, R column, KA, K column. He's a 4-3 on offense as a tackle. He's a tackle 3 on defense. So much going on with Lou Groza. Horace Gilliam. He was the punter that year, but he was also a wide receiver and a end. I'm sorry, not, yeah, he was, so end. They don't have EB or ET either. You have end. End means left end or right end, essentially the guys that go out for passes. Anything good we can find here? That's an interesting one. Cliff Lewis, he's a backup quarterback. He's also a starting safety and a punt returner. He's a W7, so he intercepted a bunch of passes that year. So that'll be fun. Let's see. There's Max Speedy. We mentioned him earlier. He's an A6. He's an End 5. A6. And as I was going through this, one of the things that was really interesting to me was the birth dates. Let's see. Let me find somebody here. Like, here we go. Chubby Grigg. I mean, a great name. Chubby Grigg. Chubby would be 100 years old right now. I assume he's not with us anymore. He would be 100 years old. That's unbelievable how old these are. There's Lou Saban. I'm going to guess that's Nick's dad. It's a guess. Anybody else we care about in here? A lot of these players have 2 cards in this set. Let's see. All right, so that's going to be the Browns. Let's go on to the next one. We'll go to the Los Angeles Dons. The Los Angeles Dons. Let's see. George Murphy, I'm assuming. So I'm going to play these. I'm going to play these as played quarterback, but everything else, I just try to give them the best rating as possible. So that's how I kind of handle it. I have George Murphy on top. I don't know if he was the quarterback all season or not, but he will be your quarterback. Hosea, great name. Hosea Rogers is our fullback. Taliaferro. I know there's a couple of Taliaferros in like my 65 or my 70 set. Taliaferro. Let's see. Let's look for some good names here. Another Taliaferro. It's the same one. There you go. Shorty McWilliams. That's great. It's a great name. Can't wait to play with him. It's like Max Speedy. Let's see. What's funny is there's not a lot of guys in here I really know. I mean, if I know 10 players in this whole set, it's either because I'm a Browns fan and I pay attention to the history, or they're in my 1958 set and I recognize them from there. Here's Ed Henke. The only thing I know about the word Henke is that it was in The Fugitive. It's one of my favorite scenes in The Fugitive when the 2 guys say it's Henke and Tommy Lee Jones says, don't use words I don't know what they mean. It's a great scene. Let's see. There's Bob Kennedy. Probably not the same one you guys are thinking of. I also worked with Bob Kennedy. It's probably not him either. Okay, that'll be it for the Rams. Let's go to Chicago. Chicago with Ernie Lewis. So Ernie Lewis is the quarterback. And Chicago, and I forget which team it is. I think it's Los Angeles. They play a different style offense than the other 5 teams. And all 7 teams play something that doesn't happen anymore. So it's going to be interesting filling out the sheets. I'll show you what I have here in a minute for the 2 teams I'm playing. But there is Bob Horschenmeyer, and he is... Wait, is that who I'm playing? Did I do that wrong? Hold on. I think I did that wrong. So I got San Francisco here. And I have Chicago. Okay, so I'm not playing New York. I'm playing Chicago. We'll go through them anyway. All right, so I'm playing Chicago. So we'll go through them anyway here. So Ernie Lewis. There you go. There's Horschenmeyer. He's the one that I think led the league in rushing attempts, maybe. Let's see. Rushing. Yeah. Oh, wait. Where we go? Yeah, 133 attempts. Only averaged 3.4 yards per carry. 133 attempts for Bob Horschenmeyer. And if you think that's a long name, well, they got more. The Bears have more. They got great names. You got Rip Collins. I mean, I'd love for some people to just call me Rip. That's a great name. Frank Aschenbrenner. So we got Horschenmeyer and Aschenbrenner on the team. Probably not related. Let's see. You got Ziggy Zarobski out of Notre Dame. We got Horschenmeyer, we got Assensmacher, we got Strohmeyer. So, they used a lot of letters on their jerseys, if they actually had jerseys. I don't know if they had names on jerseys back then. So that'll be the Bears. Take a look at the New York Yankees, and they got Dan Pansiera as their quarterback. I'm sorry, Don Pansiera as their quarterback. Another Bob Kennedy. I assume it's a different one. They were probably naming people left and right. Maybe 49. Was that too early for Robert F. Kennedy? Probably. So another Bob Kennedy. Again, I assume it's a different one. Let's see. Tom Landry. You got Tom Landry playing a couple of halfbacks there. I love that. All right, not a whole lot going on in here. Oh, you got Otto Schnellenbacher. I mean, that might be my favorite name in the entire group, Otto Schnellenbacher. That's Bob Kennedy again. A lot of these guys have 2 cards. All right, so that's going to be your New York Yankees. Take a look at your Baltimore Colts. And of course, you got Y.A. Tittle. There's a name we all know. You got Bob Puffle. You got Lou Gambino. That's a great name, Lou Gambino. Rex Grossman. Probably not Sexy Rexy from the 2000s. A lot of guys named Dub back then. A lot of guys named Dub. And is that going to be it? And all right, let's take a look at Buffalo, and then we'll look at San Francisco. Has a really interesting thing about their roster. San Francisco. So let's look at Buffalo. Here you got George Ratterman. There he is. He's a 4. Pretty good player. Chet Mertrin was one of the other guys we looked at. He's a running back. He's really good. He went to Xavier. That's down south. Nice. Lou Tomasetti. I just like that name too. Rolls off the tongue well. Let's see. You got Rocco Pirro. Come on. Focus. There you go. Rocco Pirro. Odell Stotzenberger. That's such great names. And that will be it for the Bills. And then finally, let's look at San Francisco, because something really interesting about San Francisco that I'm kind of interested in playing here is... Wait, was it San Francisco? It might have been Chicago now that I'm thinking. No, it wasn't. So it was some other team. Oh man, what team was it? So one of these teams, let's see. Let's make sure. Let's see if it's San Francisco. I'm looking at the... Yeah, maybe it is San Francisco. So if you look at San Francisco, if you just keep your eye on the pass receiving ratings for them, and I'm puzzled by this. I'm looking at the sheet right now thinking I did something wrong, but let's look at the pass receiving rating as I go through San Francisco. C1 for Joe Barry, C1 for Sam Cathcart, C1 for Verl Lillywhite. What a great name. C1 for Johnny Strzelski. Let's see. It's nothing for Stan Lee. C1 for Len Eschmont. C1 for Don Garland. What are you noticing here? Jim Kaysen, C1. Eddie Carr, C1. Joe Perry again. Kaysen again. Literally every receiver. Oh, there we go. Alan Beals, A4. So we got an A4. Okay. And then we got a B, B2. But everybody else there, Gail Bruce, C1. Everybody else is a C1. But I know there's a team. Hang on a second. Hang on. I know there's a team that I did. Here, let me pull up screen. Let me pull up my sheets here. Team sheets, 49. And let's just run through these really quick. Okay, so that's not it. You got an A and an A for Baltimore, so that's definitely not it. Buffalo. Nope, they got an A. The Hornets. Maybe it is Chicago. Nope, they got an A. Boy, was I drinking? What the heck's going on here? Was it Los Angeles? I think it was Los Angeles. Nope, they got 2 A's. Okay, so I got this wrong. I really thought there was a team that had all C's. There it is. It is New York. There it is. Look at that, New York. Look at that. Again, we just go through them here. C1. Every receiver, C1. Every receiver is a C1. There's not an A or a B, and there's nobody higher than a 1. So then you think to yourself, well, wait, what were their stats for the year? So if we go over there, we go over here and we look at their receiving stats, receptions. The team leader had 12 catches. Next you had 11, then you had 9, 7, 7, 6, 6, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's it. Passing wise, 51 of 150, 34%. Gale Johnson, 12 of 36. 66 of 199, 33% completion percentage. That's a running team if I ever saw it. 199 plus 26 is 225. 510. They ran the ball more than twice as much. So that's going to be a big running team. Is going to be the New York Yankees. But today, we are going to play... am I going to play San Francisco, Chicago? Is that what I decided? Hold on. I'll get into that in a second. That is from Ogard. Is it, let me go back and figure out what the schedule is here. Oh, I know you can do that. So let's just go, how do I get to 1949 itself? Oh, geez. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's 1949. And so yeah, San Francisco. Oh, that's what it is. I'm playing San Francisco and New York. I wanted to play second and third place. I wanted to play that C1 team and I wanted to play San Francisco. So that's what we're going to play. We're going to play second place versus third place. And if you look at the schedule, let's see where they played. Let's see. Is there an easy way to get to the schedule here? There it is. So this will be a week. San Francisco and New York. This is the dream matchup for the NBA finals and the MLB finals. San Francisco and New York. Where do they play each other? We're going to go all the way out to week 9. We're going to play that game right there. We're going to play San Francisco at New York. Week 9 is what we're going to start with. And I'm going to open the box score just so I have it. But in the meantime, let's go over here to Ogard. So Ogard, I saw this on the Delphi forums earlier this week. Ogard put out a 7-page PDF about the 1949 AAFC, and I can't thank you enough for doing that, Ogard. That's ogard62.net, I believe, is the website. Let me make sure I get that right. I wonder if I can just type here. Let me see. I want to make sure I get that right because you guys should all go. His site has so much stuff on it. So ogard62.net. Did I spell that wrong? No. How did I spell guard wrong? There it is. Okay, so yeah, you guys definitely should go here. ogard62.net. My guess is there'll be something on here somewhere about the 1949 season. If it's not, go to the Delphi forums and just look for a post that says 1949 AAFC, and you'll see it there. I'm not sure if he put anything else in here. No, so it doesn't look like it's on his site yet. Can I search? Oh, I didn't know he had a... Oh, I'm going to follow his website. I didn't know he had that. Why wouldn't I do that? Follow. Okay, but I feel better now. Okay, so go to the Delphi forums. Let me see if I can find that. APBA between the lines. So here is, I'm not logged in. I'm always logged in. There we go. All right, so let's go to start reading. And 1949, where are you at? Well, I'm sure it's here somewhere. All right, maybe I missed it. Oh, there it is. 1940. August 2nd was last post. Here it is. And let's go back to the first page. All right, so this is it right here. This is the post he put up there. So and you can click the manual right here. So it is on his website somewhere. I just missed it. Check it out. It's awesome. And we're gonna look at it real quick. The stuff that I care about the most is really just the lineup stuff. So I'll go past the historical, which I already read. It's got the standings. Then it gets into the formations, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to follow these formations. 5 of the 7 teams run a T or a full house, which is literally just a center, a quarterback, 5 offensive linemen with the center, 2 guys that are called ends. These are your wide receivers, your ends. And then you've got a halfback, and a fullback. And it's a T formation because it goes this way and then this way. So it's a T formation. The 2 teams I'm playing today, San Francisco and New York, both run this formation. So when I show you my sheets, you'll see it spelled out that way. 2 teams run the single wing, which is a quarterback, a tailback, a fullback, and a wingback with the 2 ends in the offensive line. And I'll run those with those 2 teams. He gives the codes. For whatever reason, quarterback is at 010. That's designated for the fullback in nowadays. So I don't know why quarterback went to 010. Let's see. So scroll down a little bit. He gives some play calling tips in here. I'm not going to follow this stuff. I don't really feel like thinking that hard about this. Then he gives the defense, and you can see right here, you've got 5 guys across the line of scrimmage: end, tackle, middle guard, tackle, end. So they just line up with the offensive line. Then you've got 3 linebackers. Then you've got 2 H-backs. These are basically your cornerbacks. They cover the ends. And then you've got your safety. So that's the defense we're going to run today also. And I'm not going to get into the play calling stuff. There's a penalties chart here where you can kind of look at the penalties that were called back then. I'm not going to follow this. I'm going to do it a little different because everybody else is probably going to follow it. So I don't really want to think too hard. So I'm going to play this season with the 2020s rules, kickoffs, penalties. The only thing I'm going to make different is the lineups, but everything else is going to be the same for me. Then you have your penalty charts here. You can see which ones he modified right here. Maybe I'll leave this open, actually. Maybe I'll just leave this open and I'll use this to call my penalties. Maybe I'll do that. I'll see how it works. Okay. So actually it's 14 pages. It's not 7 pages. Then you've got yards per catch ratings. I didn't really get into that. And you've got sack and interception ratings. I didn't get into that either. But go read this. A lot of great information here, especially if you like. I love football history, so going back and reading some of this stuff was a lot of fun. So with that, let's go ahead and get playing here. So I'm going to try to set this up as best I can. First thing we're going to do, actually, let's go back to the screen. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the game setup. We're going to go play a new game. And again, I loaded 1949 into here. So we'll go close, play a game from the schedule. Here's your schedule. We're going to go to week 9. And we're going to play this game right here. I have no idea if this is even going to work. I haven't even tested this yet. So we'll hit continue. Well, I think we're going to kick off from the 40. We'll put the field goal at the goal line. I don't know. Were there field goals back then? I assume there were. Let's go no overtime. We'll call ties. And I think that looks good. So let's roll some dice here. I don't know what color these teams were in real life, so we'll just make the 49ers will be red. The Yankees can be blue. And we will roll 2 dice. And we got blue higher than red, so the Yankees are going to win the toss. San Francisco will kick off, and away we go. Hopefully this works. Okay, so let's set some cards up. Now, the one thing about this thing is there are 9,000 guys on each team that run the ball. Holy cow. So we'll go, let's see, Frankie Albert is our quarterback. Then we've got Joe Perry and Sam Cathcart and Verl Lillywhite. And we've got Johnny Strikalski. Then we've got Stanley, Norm Stanley, Len Eschmont, Don Garland, Jim Kaysen, Eddie Carr, and Jim Vetrano all can run the ball. If we look down here, you can see all those guys can get receptions and all those guys can run the ball. Holy cow. So, and they're a pretty good team. They're a 41 with the pass on offense. They're a 45 when they're running the ball. I've never seen that before. A 45 might be the highest I've ever seen. So I'm going to take these guys. Let's see. I have Joe Perry as my kick returner. I got Jim Kaysen as my punt returner. We got Frankie Albert as our quarterback, also our punter. So he's got 2 cards. Perry's got 2 cards. Then we've got Vetrano as our kicker. So I'm going to put these cards up here. Then we have all these other guys that can run the ball. We're just going to stick them underneath Strikalski, however you say it. Strzelkowski. We'll stick them under there. And that's going to be your 49ers. Let me turn the light on. Hang on. All right. That's going to be your 49ers. So your New York Yankees You got Pansiera, and they're the same thing. They have all this. Oh, no, they don't have. Wait, I still think I did that wrong. I still think I grabbed the wrong two teams. It doesn't matter. So the Yankees. So you can look here and you can see left end, and then the right end goes at 07. You have your offensive line, and then it goes tailback. Oh, so they run the single wing. Did I grab the wrong team again? It's not Chicago, right? I mean, it's not New York. It's Chicago that I'm going to play with, not New York. Hold on. Yeah, it's Chicago that I'm going to play with. So let's put Pansiera back. Wait, I've confused myself because I've never heard of these teams. So we are going to play Chicago. Yes, this is New York. Yeah. And then Chicago does play the other style of offense. They play that single wing. So left end and right end. Your 5 offensive linemen. Then you go tailback, wingback, quarterback, fullback. And that's going to be your starters. They're 36-30. And they have one A receiver. They got no B receivers except Ray Ramsey when he goes deep or medium or long passes. He can be a B receiver. Everybody else is a C. And then you got 6 guys that can run the ball for Chicago. So let's get them put out. So Ernie Lewis is your quarterback. You know what? I should check to see who the quarterback was. So what do we play here? So I totally have the wrong game up. That's so funny. All right, so we're going to play San Francisco and Chicago. That was week 9. Oh, yeah. See, I grabbed the wrong. I was going to play San Francisco, New York. I totally messed this up. I don't care. I just want to play a game. All right, here we go. Week 6. So wait, did I do the wrong thing in... All right, hold on. Did I do the wrong thing here? Yes, I did. So let's go exit. I'm not going to edit, guys. I don't feel like editing. We're just going to get through this. So exit. And then we're going to go Pro Football Short Helper. And here. And we're going to play the week 6 game. San Francisco and Chicago. So game setup. Play new game. Now, you're probably wondering, Jerry, you're a Browns fan. Why aren't you playing the Browns? I've played a lot of Browns in the last few weeks. I'm going to give it a break. But I will play them next. Be ready, because I will be playing them next. So let's see, 1949, week 6, San Francisco and Chicago. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to go, you can tell I didn't do anything with the helmets. And I'm going to go with San Francisco lost the toss. They will kick off. And there we go. Okay. All right. So and who's the quarterback? So look at that. That's what kills me. Horschenmeyer was 6 of 15 for 292 touchdowns. Clement was 4 of 9. Bob Shapis was 0 of 2. Ernie, whatever his name was, Ernie Lewis, isn't even on the field here. So we're not going to play him. But I'm going to leave who's around their quarterback options here. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Let's see. Walt McDonald, did he do anything? No. So it doesn't look like, it looks like Horschenmeyer played quarterback. And he ran the ball. He does have quarterback numbers on his card. I mean, for being 6 of 15, he's got a lot of single digits there. So I'm going to put him in there at quarterback. I'm winging this, guys. I'm winging this. So then we're going to go with Johnny Clement as one of our tailbacks. And Ramsey is one of them. Rip Collins is one of them. And Buxar is one of them. And then Aschenbrenner is one of them. So we'll put those 2 guys there. Ramsey is going to return all the kicks. Patterson. Horschenmeyer. You got your kicker, Jim McCarthy. And then Rip Collins is also your punter. So you got 2 Rip Collins cards. I feel like I need a quarterback on the field here to make these defensive rankings work out. You know what? I can see the starting lineup, can I? Can I see the starting lineup? All right, here we go. So, Ernie Lewis was at quarterback, but he didn't throw the ball. That's so weird. He was at quarterback. He never threw the ball. I'm so confused. Never threw the ball once, Ernie Lewis. Did he get hurt on the first play? Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to leave him in there for the sake of the rankings since he is a starter. But since he never threw the ball, I'm going to do passing for Horschenmeyer and Clement. And I'll divide it up. We'll go Horschenmeyer. Let's go Clement for the first, there are 26 passes, for the first quarter and a half. Or, I mean, we'll go Clement for the first quarter and a half. Then we'll put Horschenmeyer in as quarterback after that. And again, with these old seasons, I feel like I have to wing it a little bit. I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to see what happens. This is going to be interesting. So, we are all set up and ready to go. All ready to go here. A lot of guys on the table. And let us get started. And so Clement is going to be our quarterback to begin. And then we're going to go to Horschenmeyer sometime in the second quarter as our starter. Even though Ernie Lewis was the starting quarterback, which is very puzzling to me. So we're going to kick it off. We're going to kick it off with Frankie Albert. I'm sorry, not Frankie Albert. It's going to be Vetrano for the 49ers is going to kick it off. Hopefully my dice have calmed down since the last game I played. Everything I need right here. All right, there we go. Okay, we got everything. Okay, let's kick it off with Vetrano. 31. 31 is a 29. And that is a 60-09. So 60-09 for Vetrano. And then 09 for the Chicago Hornets will be Ray Ramsey. 52 for Ramsey is a 27. And he will get 12 yards on the return. So that's Ray Ramsey. He'll get 12. And they will start 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The Hornets. That's going to be tough to get used to. The Hornets. So let's take a look at there. Let's get some defensive cards out here. They are a split 50-50 team. 342, 336. We're going to run it like normal. Again, all these guys can run and pass, catch the ball. We're at 36-30. 49ers defense is pretty good. Yeah, they're 37-40. So they're going to be a +1, +10. So they're a +1 on passing plays, but a +10 on the run plays. All right. I guess for my first game, I could have played like Y.A. Tittle versus Otto Graham since we know those players. We'll save that for next time. Okay, on to the Bears. On offense. Again, Johnny Clement will be our quarterback, or at least he'll be our passer for the first quarter and a half. We'll get to 7.5 in the second quarter, and we'll get him out of there. First play is a 2. That's going to be an inside run. 36 on the run is a BS. 52, oh golly. 52 is Johnny Clement. So our tailback, he's going to carry the ball here. Ernie Lewis is going to hand it off, or maybe he's not on the field. I don't know. But we're going to go inside run against a BS Johnny Clement. $44. That is a 16. And Clement gets 6 yards to begin. Where's he at? So these guys are going to be all over the place. Is he even on here? See, I didn't double check these. And I don't see Johnny Clement. Why? Well, that's right off the bat. We're running into issues. All right, hang on. Yeah, I don't see him here. Clement, he only plays tailback. I wonder if he finished the season for somebody else. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to save current game. Save. We're going to exit. If you're curious how to edit Pro Football Helper files, well, so am I, because we're going to learn how to do it on the fly here. All right, we got the keyboard out. We're going to go here. No, we're going to go here. Then we'll go, is it NFL teams? 1949, Chicago Hornets. I wonder if Clement is on one of these other teams. And we're just going to add him in here. So we'll go H-back, H-back. He's an H-back. No, he's a tailback. We'll go Johnny Clement. Whoops. All right. Save. Well, they got him as H-back. Everybody else is an H-back. I'll just leave it as an H-back. But I think I got to put it somewhere else too. So we'll leave it there. And then we'll go into, where did I copy them when I set up, is it here? Yeah, maybe it's here. So we'll go edit. And let's add him into here too. And we'll see if that's all I have to do. That might be all I have to do. All right, so let's go back into Pro Football Helper. We'll go game setup, continue. And we'll go see if this works. Run play. Johnny Clement. There he is. All right. 6 yards for Johnny Clement. And it will be 2nd and 4. Wow. Okay. It'll be 2nd and 4. Hopefully I don't have to do that anymore. Again, I didn't proofread these cards ahead of time. So, all right. Next play. A 5. Another inside run. 32 is CD. 36 is going to be Johnny Clement. So Clement again, CD. 24 is a 22. And he'll get 3 yards. And it's 3rd and 1. So Clement for 3. And it's 3rd and 1 at 21. We'll go big here. I mean, they're already big. 15 will be an outside run. 54. That is going to be a pass. That's an A. That's a BD. I'll call it a BS. And then 31 is Horschenmeyer. So BS Horschenmeyer outside run on 3rd and 1. Horschenmeyer. 12. Oh no, it's a 26. And he loses 2 yards. He goes backwards. And it's going to be 4th down. And just like that, they're going to have to punt. 4th and 3. So we're going to bring out Rip Collins to do the punting for the Bears. It feels like it's almost a fake season where I'm just using a couple names that I know. $33. That is a 4. And that is a booming punt. 52 D10. And that was Rip Collins. Oh, it's got Horschenmeyer as the punter. He's the PB. Rip Collins is the PA. We're going to go with Collins. Again, this was the mistake I made, is I asked ChatGPT to make me roster sheets and I didn't confirm them like I did with some of the other roster sheets I've done. So who knows what this looks like. But we'll work it out as we go along here. So we got 29-yard line. It's going to be the TA. That's Jim Kaysen for the 49ers. 14. Oh, no. It's a 34. And we have an F3. We have a fumble. So Kaysen with the F3. 24. Minus 403. So who is O in this case? I think O is probably the kicking team, right? On a punt. Yeah, offense kick. So it's going to be recovered by by Chicago. So it's going to be like this. Minus 403. Don't even ask me to figure out who 03 is. Jesus. All right, so minus 4. He'll fumble. That'll be Kaysen. Is he really not in here either? Oh, man. I did not do a very good job of checking these cards, apparently. Because Kaysen's not in here either. So let's cancel. Let's just go save. And then go back to here. Oh, let's get out of it. Back to here. Nope. Go San Francisco. Edit. So Jim Kaysen is a halfback and a safety. He is down there in the defensive back section. Did I miss that? Continue. Continue. So if I go punt return. Oh, I did miss him. Okay. So he'll go -4. But he will fumble and Chicago will recover it. It was 0-3. So on a punt. '03 is the starting left guard. So the left guard for Chicago is Herb St. John. So let's find him. Should be right. There he is. There he is. He's a guard and a middle guard, which means it's like the nose tackle on a 5-man front. So let's roll the dice on his fumble recovery on his R column. 44. Wow, that's a 12. And he gets nothing. So he is stuffed right there. But Chicago keeps the ball. Herb St. John, no gain. 15. And they keep the ball. 1st and 10 now at the 25 for Chicago. We'll keep it going here. An 8. That's an outside run. 53 is CS. 31 is Horschenmeyer. I just like saying Horschenmeyer. It's actually Hornschenmeyer. There's an N in there. Hornschenmeyer. That is a lot of letters. Hornschenmeyer. So, outside run, Bob, against a CS. And they're actually at the 25. So we're going to flip boards here. All right, here we go. 65 is a 24, and that is no gain. No gain for the big man. 2nd down and 10. We'll go standard again. A 15. We're going to get a pass play out of Johnny Clement now. 64 is CS. 35 is Rip Collins. He'll be your receiver here. He's a C1. So we're going to stay at CS on this short pass. 22 for Clement. It's a 4. 1st down +3. 13 yards for Johnny Clement, who wasn't even in the game. So Clement throws to Rip Collins for 13. And it's 1st and 10 now, down to the 12. All right, a 14. We're going to stick with that short pass. 36. That is BS. 23 is Hank Foldberg. Hank Foldberg. There he is. He's an end 2, C2. Went to Army. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, look at that. He'd be 103 years old. I just can't get over that, how old these are. All right. So Foldberg is a C. So 36 is a BS. We'll stay at BS. Go Clement. 25. 25 is a 7. It's complete. 11 yards out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's Johnny Clement. So let's see. Clement to Foldberg. There you go. First and goal at the 1. We're going to go big here, as if we could get any bigger. 3, that's an inside run. 13. 13 is CS. 13 is CS, and it will be Horschenmeyer. So inside run CS. 23, that's a 14. It's 3 yards, and he busts into the end zone for a touchdown. Horschenmeyer gets the first touchdown, it's week 6, of my 1949 AAFC replay. And the Bears take a 6-0 lead here. Again, that's would that be an upset? Would that be an upset? Oh, not the Bears, the Hornets, not the Bears. So yeah, they were 4-8. They were 4-8. San Francisco 9-3. So that would definitely be an upset, but it's going to be turnovers that give them the win here. Let's kick extra point with Jim McCarthy. 52 is a 16. And that'll be good. So Jim McCarthy. Oh, tell me he's on here. Boy, I'll tell you what, I really need to double check these. What position does he play? He's an end and an end. Let's see. I don't see him here or here. I don't see him on here at all. Nope. Wow. Okay. I might have to, before I make these available on the website, I might have to go through these a little bit. Let's cancel. Let's go save game. This would be Chicago. All right. So if we go edit. So Jim McCarthy, we'll just stick. Does he have a C rating? He does. So he can catch passes. So we'll just put him here. We'll go wide receiver, Jim McCarthy. And we'll also put him down here in the PK section. We'll do that. All right. And we got to get out of here. I think you got to get out of here. I think you got to reload it. All right. So maybe I won't make these available until I play around with everybody. Play at least one game with everybody. So game setup, continue. And there we go. Give me the error. Yep. And then PAT, Jim McCarthy is good. And it's 7-0 Hornets. Let's kick it off with McCarthy. All right, 36. 36 is a 10. And that is 5209. And it's taken at the 8-yard line. Let's do that. 8-yard line by Joe Perry. He exists in 1958. I know that. 53 for Perry in the P column is a 19. And nice return for Perry, 27 yards. And the 49ers take over first and 10 at their own 35. And if we look at them, again, this is a big offense right here. A lot of 4s and 5s, only a few 3s, most of them on the passing plays. And again, everybody, you got 1A, 1B, and everybody else is a C. And you can tell they're C1s because they all have 2, pot 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Everybody here is C1 basically. A lot of guys can carry the ball. Holy cow. Wait, why is Jim Cason on this team? Wait, now I'm confused. Did he play for both teams? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just said his name and got... Oh, now I'm confused, by the way. But we'll just keep going. And then if you look down here, they are a big-time run team. 506 to 301. So 1 to 13 are your run plays, 14 to 20 are your pass plays. If we look at defenses here, 41-45 and 36-30. Oh my God. So they're going to be, the Hornets are going to be -5, -15. I've never seen -15. Holy cow. So -5. And then against the run, which is what San Francisco does the most, look at that. There's not a C to be found. Is there? Nope. We'll never be in the C unless we get a C receiver and we're in the A. We won't be. No, that'll just take us to the B. Yeah, we'll never get to the C when San Francisco has the ball. Holy cow. Okay. All right, here we go. 1-13 are your run plays. That means 1-7 is going to be inside. 8-13 will be outside. And then 14, 15, 16, 17 are short passes. 18, 19 medium, and 20 is long. And we get an 18. So we're going right to the medium pass from Frankie Albert, who I assume is the quarterback. I don't know if I checked that or not. Let's see. Whoops. Let's make sure. And that was week 6. There it is. Box score. And that was Frankie Albert. 7 of 18 for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. Joe Perry, the big game, 11 for 142. But look at all those rushing yards. Alan Beals, 5 for 106 and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to go 46. 46 is Hardy Brown. So Hardy Brown. Do I have him somewhere? I know I have him in here somewhere. I remember seeing his name. Oh, he's got to be here somewhere. And I don't see him anywhere. He's got to have a card. Oh, no, it's not Hardy Brown. That's the wrong team. I didn't flip my team sheets. There we go. All right, 46. That is Len Eschmont. And he will be in this pile. Len Eschmont. There he is. He's your receiver. He's a halfback 3, so he's a wide receiver 3. Halfback 4, so he's a cornerback 4. W3, C1, plays both sides. Went to Fordham. I've been to Fordham. Is that the one in the Bronx? I get those mixed up. Fordham and I forget what the other one is now, but I get them mixed up. Whatever one's in like the Bronx, right after you get the bridge, you get off the exit. It was many years ago. It was like 25 years ago, but anyway. All right, so it's going to be Eschmont on the medium pass. He's a C1. 35 is going to be CS, or let's see, it is CS. So we're going to go medium pass CS. Frankie Albert to Len Eschmont. Here we go. 62 is a 21, and it's picked off. W64 right off the bat. Albert to Eschmont. Oh, don't tell me he's not in here. There he is. Okay. Eschmont. So W64 and the 49ers, who were 8-4, are not doing so well here. So W64 right here. I'm going to use that column right there. 56. Oh, it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. It's a -5 D1. We don't care about the D1, but it will be tipped up in the air and picked off. And we'll go, let's see, that should be intercepted. View. Intercepted. Continue. Let's see who got it for the Bears. I thought I did. Eschmont. There we go. So for the Bears, we have our interception locators here. We got 7 guys that can intercept the ball. And it will be Rip Collins. So Rip Collins, our punter. And he should have a defensive card in here too. I think he does. Maybe he's in this pile. Yeah, there he is. And there's his defensive card right there. So it's a W1, but look, it's a 0. So he's going to intercept it and just get tackled right there. No gain for Rip Collins, but he gets the interception. And the Bears take right back over. 1st and 10, right on the 30. So good field position for the Bears here. Again, they lost this game in real life 42-24. That's what I saw. Let me see. Yeah, 42-24, where they're up 7-0, and they have the ball. So let's see what happens. All right, a 20. We're going to go long pass. Johnny Clement. 23. They're going to try to get him right, the foot on throat thingy. 23 is not good either. That's going to be CG. And then 15, that's going to be Dan Edwards. He's our A receiver. So we're going to go BG long pass. There he is. He's an A4. 4-3. He would have just turned 100 about 3 weeks ago. All right, so Dan Edwards. Let's see. Long pass. 30-50. And it was BG. So Clement, back to pass. He heaves it deep. 32 is a 26, and no, he runs. He doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to take off and scramble. So 23 was CG. So CG, and he is going to take off and run. Outside run 31 is a 17, and he'll get 4 yards on the scramble. Imagine those guys running around with no helmets out there, barely any pads on. 2nd and 6 at the 26. I assume they're black and white in real life. That's all I ever see on the internet, so I assume that's true. 2nd and 6. A 19, we're going medium pass now. Holy cow. 23, again a 23. That's a CG again. 51 this time. 51 is Paul Patterson. Right there, Paul Patterson, our starting wingback. No, not our starting wingback, a backup wingback. He's also a halfback 3 on defense. He's a C2. So 23 is a CG. We're going to go medium pass CG. Johnny Clement to Paul Patterson. 44. It's a 5. And that is 22 yards. And just like that, down to the 4-yard line. And the dice are still doing well. They're still hot. Paul Patterson, there he is. 22 yards. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 4 now for the Chicago Hornets. Did any of you guys watching? Did you go see him play? You remember him? Anything? I was negative 59, 69, 25. And my dad was -3. That's where we are right now. We'll go big here. A 6 will be an inside run. 25, that is BG. 33 is Horschenmeyer. So inside run Horschenmeyer, BG. $15. That's a 17. And he busts through. He'll get 4 yards into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the game. I think he scored the first one. Now I don't remember. And it is 13-0 Hornets. Just like that. Holy cow. Let's go with McCarthy here to kick. To kick our extra point. 55. That's a 39. That'll be good. And it is 14-0. Chicago Hornets over the San Francisco 49ers. And let's kick it off with McCarthy. All right, a 55. That'll be a 29. That is 60-09, right to the goal line. 60. McCarthy. 09 is Joe Perry. 63, the most chaotic roll. Oh no. It's a 34. It's a fumble. It's an F1. Oh no. Oh, the dice do not like San Francisco. F1. Did I just roll an 11? I did. 57-0-10. So he's going to get 57 yards on the return. And I believe that is, I think O is the receiving team, right? Oh, yeah. So San Francisco actually picks it up. So we'll go 0-10. 0-10 is your OB. So it's going to be trailing the play. Jim Kaysen. All right, so let's see if I can get all this on paper now. So Joe Perry goes 57 yards. He fumbles, but San Francisco recovers. It's Jim Kaysen. And what's he do? All right. 14. Oh, it's a 34. He fumbles. It's an F5. Oh, F5. 53. And it's going to be no gain, and it's going to be jumped on by 07. So again, so he'll get nothing. Was that what it was? It's no gain, and he fumbles. Yeah, it was F5. And it was 0-07. So he's going to go 0 yards. He'll fumble. And then 07. 07 on a kickoff. Kick returns is your end, use an end. Okay. So we'll just go with, and first one I come through here is I go through here. None. They're all running backs. All right. First one I come to here, Alan Beals. So Alan Beals picks it up. 44. That is a 3. And he goes 66 yards for the touchdown. Holy cow. What is happening? 66. Boom. That is a touchdown, San Francisco on a fumble return. It's 14-6. We're getting into the territory of the previous game I played with all the scoring. Joe Vitrano will kick it, the extra point. But again, they scored 42 points. 61 is a 7. I think a 7 is good. Yeah. 7's good. So just like that, it's 14-7. Oh, still 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Vitrano is going to come out and kick it off. Oh my goodness. Stop being so bouncy. 11. 11 is a 25, and that's touchback. So Vitrano, we'll just go, what was it, 60-70? 70 ought to do it. And it's going to be a touchback. Hornets with the ball. 1st and 10. Up 14-7 on a crazy set of plays here. And they're going to start with an inside run. They're going to try to calm things down. 56 is BS. 41 is Johnny Clement. So Clement's going to take it himself. 31 is a 17 against an AS. No, BS. $17 is going to be 7 yards for Johnny Clement. All right, 2nd and 3 now on the 27. We're going to go short pass. 21. That is a BS. 34 is Ray Ramsey. He's a CB2. So on a short pass, he's a C. So we'll stay at BS on this short pass. $24 for Clement is a 19. That'll be incomplete. His first incompletion, 3 of 3 for 46 yards is nice. So Clement incomplete to Ray Ramsey. Yeah. And it's, what is it, 3rd and 3? We'll go standard here. All right, a 7. That'll be an outside run. 51 is AG. 24 is going to be Horschenmeyer. Outside run AG Horschenmeyer. 61. That's a 20. Around the corner, he gets 4 yards and a first down. So Horschenmeyer. Did he get the first 2 touchdowns? Yeah, 5 carries, 7 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nice. All right, 1st and 10. Stay in there. The green die again. There we go. 13. That is a short pass. 33. That is going to be BD. And 42 is Bob Jensen. Bob Jensen is a C. There he is. Went to Iowa State. He's 100 years old right now. He'd be 101 later this year. He's a C1. 42 for Jensen. So 33 is a BD. We'll stay at BD on this short pass. Clement, back to pass. 13 is a 14. And it's incomplete. So Clement to, I already forgot the guy's name. Bob Jensen. Is he on the team? There he is. And we'll go incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. All right, 13 again, another short pass. Well, I'll tell you, Clement is getting his money's worth on these pass plays. 44 is CD. 45 is Hardy Brown. That's a good name, Hardy Brown. There he is, Hardy Brown. He's a good defensive player. He's a 4-3 as a linebacker. Fullback 2. He's a W4Q. He's one of the guys that's a C1, W4QS1. He gets catches, sacks, and interceptions. That's impressive. So 44 was what? 44 is BD. So we're going to stay at BD. We'll go short pass. Clement to Hardy Brown. 24. 24 is a 19. That'll be incomplete. And it's 3rd and 10. Where's Hardy Brown? Most of these guys are on the defensive side, not on the offensive side. Again, that's based on ChatGPT making me these files. No, none of these. Incomplete. 15. Oh, rats are fratting. Boom. All right. All right, 3rd and 10. Now we got to go short pass heavy. A 19, that's a medium pass for Clement. 35 is CS. 24 is Hank Foldberg. He's a C. So we're going to stay at CS. We're going to medium pass CS. Clement to Foldberg. 15, that's a 6. It's complete. It'll be a first down, 21 yards. Clement to Foldberg for 21. And the Hornets moving the ball up to they're going to cross the 50, get to San Francisco's 48. All right, a 6. That is going to be an outside run. 43 is a CD. 25 is Horschenmeyer. $55. That's a 17, and he'll pick up 6 yards. So Horschenmeyer for 6. 2nd and 4. I wonder if I can flip to all, let's see, instead of the rounded edge dice. I think I have. Do I have an orange one? The other one I don't have is an orange one. I'm going to do that, though. Maybe that'll help with the bounciness. We'll see. So we've got the only one that's not rounded is the orange one. The other ones are all kind of the squared ones. Yeah, let's try that. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. Oh, those are bigger. 14. So 14 is a short pass. 63, that's a BG. That's a 3. And 36, that is Rip Collins. And he's a C, so we're going to go short pass BG Clement to Rip Collins. $32 for Clement is a 26, and he's going to take off and run. So our defense is a BG, and he will run the outside run. 26 is a 24. No gain for Clement on the forced run. And it's going to be 3rd and 4. And I'm going to stay standard. Oh, that is definitely helping with the bounciness of the dice. 41. 41 is, let's see, 12 is a short pass. 41 is an AS. 14, that's going to be Dan Edwards. So we're going to stay at AS on the short pass. Here we go. 43 for Clement is a 32. And we have a rare play. A rare play has come up. And we will, let's see, let's grab a hold of it here. There it is. All right, so let's grab a hold of this rare play. Let me give you the whole screen. And we're going to do this. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say replay of a 1949 AAFC game. And it's going to be 49ers at Hornets. Hornets, first quarter. Hornets with the ball at the 49ers 42. It's 3rd and 4. How much time's left? 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Hornets lead 14-7. Play call is a short pass. Clement. To, and who was it to? Oh, Dan Edwards. All right, there we go. See what we got here. This is going to be, I don't know if it's going to do anything different because it's AAFC. AFC, yeah, it doesn't really say much different there. So we got, oh, it's getting us the longer ones though. There's 2. Again, 7 is the least exciting of the rare plays. 2 and 12 are the most exciting. There's 3 and 4. Well, that's going on. I'm going to see what email I got. I don't care about Grand Theft Auto. All right. And there's 5, 6, and can I fit 7? Yeah, 5, 6, 7. There's 8, 9, and 10. And then here's 11 and 12. Oh, 12 is long. I hope I roll a 12. 11 and 12. All right, let's roll some dice. An 8. All right. Defender carries him to the first down. The intended receiver catches Clement's pass at the 39, 2 yards short of the sticks. D9 hits him high, and that is Lowell Wagner, not Lionel Wagner. Lowell Wagner hits him high and tries to drive him backward, but the receiver remains upright. 0-1 arrives. 0-1 is Dan Edwards. And let's see. And the resulting pile somehow moves forward several yards before collapsing. Forward progress at the 36, giving Chicago a 6-yard completion. And no, oh, that was D1 that arrived. No, 0-1. Okay. So anyway, it's a 6-yard completion. So pass Clement to Edwards for 6. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 49ers, 36 for the Bears. I'm sorry, the Hornets. Not used to saying that. All right, a 17. That's going to be a short pass. 32 is a CG. 46 is Hardy Brown. He's a C. So we're going to go CG short pass. Clement to Hardy Brown. Maybe it's Clement. I don't know. Clement. 53 is an 11. That'll be complete. 7 yards out of bounds. So Johnny Clement. Way better than he did in real life. And that was to Hardy Brown. Which doesn't surprise me when I play this game. And he went out of bounds, so it's 15 seconds. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 now on the 29, on the 49ers 29. Let's go standard. 11. 11 is a short pass. 23 is... I'm rolling some bad defensive numbers. Again, they have all those C's here, but I'm rolling so many bad numbers here. 23. CG. 43 is Bob Jensen. He's a C. So we'll stay at CG on this short pass. 21 this time. That is a 20, and it's incomplete. So Clement, incomplete to my boy Hardy Brown. No, Bob Jensen. I like Hardy Brown. And it's 3rd and 3 at the 29. Let's go standard. A 2. That's going to be an inside run. 25. 25 is BG. 22 is Horschenmeyer. So inside run Horschenmeyer. BG. $16. That is a 25. That is no gain. And it's going to be 4th down. What do you do here? Did they try really long field goals back then? I doubt it. Let me look at the box score. I'm curious now. They try field goals back then? Yeah, there's a 30-yard field goal. So they do try them. But do they try long ones? Kick up punts. Kick punts. Here we go. So McCarthy was 3 of 3. He made all 3 of them. But this is long. But I'm going to do it anyway. Because again, I said earlier, I'm going to play by mostly my rules. Oh, I never went back. Sorry. I'm going to play by mostly my rules for this time period that we're in right now. For 49. So we're going to try a field goal. It's 14-7. This will be probably a 36-yard field goal if it's at the goalposts. So let's see. McCarthy. 29 isn't great, but here we go. 13 is a 7, maybe. And it is good from 22, but unfortunately they're at the 29, so it's going to be no good. McCarthy. And San Francisco will take back over. San Francisco has run one play so far in this game, and they were on, it was an interception, but they do have 7 points. All right, here we go. San Francisco, mostly a run team. 1 to 13 are your run plays. All right, a 15. Well, that's going to be a short pass. 14, that's going to be Alan Beals, who had all those touchdowns. 22, though, that'll be an AD. So short pass AD. Frankie Albert to Alan Beals. What a feeling. AD. Boom. A 46 is a 20, and it's incomplete. So Albert incomplete to Beals, and it will be 2nd and 10. And we'll go standard. And an 11, that'll be an outside run. Oh, 66, who is it? It's Joe Ventrano, our kicker. He's a halfback too. 64 is BS. So we're outside run BS. Joe Ventrano. $42 is a 17. That's 7 yards. So he'll get around the corner, Vetrano, for 7. That's 3rd and 3. We'll go standard again. A 20, a long pass. What a time for it. 21 is going to be Alan Beals. He's an A. Oh, look at that defense. 66. That's an AD. Well, it's a BD. We'll make it an AD. Long pass. $14. That's a 33. We have a possible fumble. F48. So we'll roll the decide or die. This means the fumble counts. This means it doesn't. And it will not count. Ooh, this could be good for San Francisco. So F48. We'll use the result of the F48 to determine the result of the play. And you get a good dice roll here. You get a lot of yards. 32 is not a good dice roll. That was F48. Yeah, it's -8. We're going to call it a sack. Even though they didn't have sacks back then, we're going to call it a sack. It would have been recovered by our halfback. We'll go QB sack, Albert, -8. Who gets him? We do have sack ratings. We have QS ratings. So we have sack ratings, 64. That'll be our kicker, Jim McCarthy. Wow. All right, it's going to make it 4th down and 11. Let's punt it away. Frankie Albert, our quarterback, is also going to be our punter. He's got 2 cards. 54. Oh, we're going to have a penalty. 36. So where are we here? We're at the 35. So we're right here. 36. We have a 42-yard punt taken by D10, but we have a TZ. A TZ. 45. Oh, that's going to be holding on the offense, on the punt. So 42 D10. Let's check the result here. D10, 55. That's going to be Paul Pat. No, that's going to be TA. Ray Ramsey. 55 is 13. And he gets 6 yards. So 42, that's a 36-yard net. They're going to decline the penalty and take the punt. So 42 yards. And that was Albert. And then it's going to be a 6-yard return for Ray Ramsey. Chicago starts 1st and 10 on their own 29. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Turn my air conditioner on. It's getting warm. I get you guys, if you're watching Dave Gardner do his walks talking about the humidity, we're getting the same stuff here. I played golf this morning, but I played between 6:30 and 8:45, or 6:30 and 8:30. Took me 2 hours to play 18 holes by myself. Shot an 85, though. I was pretty happy about that. So 1st and 10 at the 29 for the Bears, or the Hornets. The Hornets. Got to say the Hornets. All right, a 3. We're going to go inside run. 44 on defense. That is CG. 22 is Horschenmeyer. $43. That is 32. Another rare play. We have an RP3. All right, let's bring up our rare play charts. All right, RP3. I use ChatGPT for RP3 and RP7 because they come up so often that you just start seeing the same ones over again. So, all right, it's later in the quarter. Hornets back with the ball. It's 1st and 10 on the 29. 29. 3 minutes to go. Still 14-7. Horschenmeyer. Maybe like that. Wait, that ish. Oh, yeah, I think I got it right. Horschenmeyer inside run is the play call. All right, here we go. All right, so you got 2, 3, 4. Is it the end of 4? I think it is. Maybe not. All right, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, and maybe 8. Yeah, it looks like 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shamil, Shalamazel. All right, then you got 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, here we go. Let's roll some dice. A 9. Face mask during the tackle. The ball carrier gains 5. D1. That is Gale Bruce, the left defensive end. Reaches across and twists him down by the face mask. The runner's down at 24, but the officials immediately throw the flag. Add 15 yards. Wow. Well, I had that wrong. I had the yard line wrong. So it's going to be a 5-yard carry. 5-yard carry and then a 15-yard penalty. First penalty of the game. First accepted penalty of the game. So Horschenmeyer gets 5. 15 seconds for the penalty. And then 15 yards for a flagrant face mask on the defense. No time off the clock. And it's going to be 1st and 10. They're up to the 49 already. Okay. Boy, a lot of stuff going right here for this Chicago team that, again, you look at the defensive playing cards and the 49ers are dominating this thing. All right, here we go. A 20. So I've already used long pass. It didn't work. So I'm going to call a run play here. Actually, let's re-roll it as a, we'll go big. We'll re-roll it. We'll keep everything else the same. So we'll say a 7. We'll go inside run. 56 is BS. And 62 is Rip Collins. I wonder if he's got a run card. Here we go. It looks like the R column is the same in both. That's good. Okay, so Rip Collins is going to be your running back. Inside run, BS. 33. It's a 6, and he's good for 10. 10 yards for Rip Collins. He rips off a 10-yard gain. And it will be 1st and 10. They're going to get to the San Francisco 41-yard line. First down. We got a 9. That's an outside run. 54. Ooh, 54 is not good. It's going to be a BD. 33 is Horschenmeyer. So outside run, Horschenmeyer, BD. .46 is a 24. 2 yards. All right, 2nd and 8 now on the 39. All right, a 4. That'll be an inside run. 32, CD. 56 is Ray Ramsey. So Ray Ramsey, he only runs outside. So we're going to go to outside run then. And then what was it? CD. 32 is a 27. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. So Ray Ramsey loses a yard. And it's going to be 3rd and 9. And we will go short pass heavy. Whoa. 15. That's a short pass. 56 is AS. 55 is Bob Swiger. I haven't said that name today. So Bob Swiger. Is he a running back? No, he should be in here. So there he is. So he's a wing back. He's a wing back. Look at the single digits there. And it's going to be a short pass to him. He's a C1. He is a C1. And 56 was AS. We'll make it a BS. So Clement, 42 is a 10. It's complete. Is it enough? It's 6 yards. It is not enough. So Clement, 6 yards to Swiger. I hope he's in here. There he is. And it's going to be 4th and 3 at the 34. We already saw him miss a field goal. I'm going to punt. We're going to punt it away here. Rip Collins is going to come out and try to corner him here. 25 is a 6. That's going to be a touchback. 34-yard punt for Rip Collins, and it goes into the end zone. And the 49ers get the ball back. 14-7. They're being outplayed thoroughly by the dice. I mean, by the Hornets. And but they're only down 14-7. They have no offense. They have 7 total yards. And if you add in that sack, I think they're in the negative right now. The Bears with that that minus 15 card doing well on defense. Minus 15 is not good, by the way. All right. And they're going to start with an inside run. And it will be Joe Perry. Oh, no, it won't be. It'll be Sam Cathcart. And 13. So Cathcart only runs inside, so that's good. 13 is a BS. So inside run BS. Sam Cathcart. 45. That's usually a 22. It's a 17 for Cathcart. Nice. 7 yards. So Cathcart doubles their offensive output. 15 seconds ago. This should be the last play of the quarter. We'll go standard. A 14. Well, that'll be a short pass. 45 is Len Eschmont again. He's a C. 56 is an AS. Make it a BS short pass. Albert to Eschmont. 56 is a 22 and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. Albert to Eschmont. Complete. No. All right. 14-7 at the beginning. Here we're going to begin the second quarter here. And it's going to be a 9 on 3rd and 3. That'll be an outside run. 21 is Joe Perry. He only runs inside. So we're going to stay with the inside run. 43 on defense is AD. Oof. Inside run AD. And we're going to make it. Yeah, AD is what it's going to be. 15 for Perry. That's a 15. Bust through the line for 19 yards. Joe Perry triples the offensive output. 1st and 10 at the 46 now for San Francisco. 3, another inside run. 31 this time. That's going to be Cathcart. And 65 is AS. So inside run AS. 24 is 19. And he'll get 4 yards. So Cathcart for 4. Second and 6 at midfield. 14 minutes to go now. 6. The Niners appear to be moving here. That's going to be an inside run. It's going to be Joe Perry again. And 13. That is a BS. Oh, what is that? That is a BS. So inside run BS. Joe Perry. 25. 25 is a 15. 18 more yards for Joe Perry. Well, he didn't get very many carries, but when he got them, boy, did he make use of them. Down to the 32 of the Hornets. All right, an 18. We're going to go medium pass. Do we have it? Yeah, we'll go medium pass. 55 is Eddie Carr. Oh, Eddie Carr. He's going to be in this pile. There he is. He's a halfback. He can catch passes. He's a C1. Better on defense than offense. But he's a C1. 61 is BS. We'll stay at BS on the short pass. Albert, a 23. It's a 29. Look, it's sacked. Big loss here. 4 yards. Well, not that big, but a loss of 4. Frankie Albert having a rough game. Who gets the sack this time? 34 is Nate Johnson. That doesn't sound like a good that's a boring name. Sorry if your name's Nate. Oh, God, is he in here? Uh-oh. Is Nate Johnson not on the Hornets roster? I got to put him in alphabetical order. I don't see him. Well, I'm going to add him, so hang on. Let's go save. 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 All right, let's do this. Active replay. The Hornets. edit. All right, here we go. So we're going to add Nate Johnson. What position does he play? There he is. He's a defensive tackle. Nate Johnson. So we'll go, let's see, DT. Nate Johnson. Save. And we got to do it somewhere else. We got to do it season stats replay, I think it is. And maybe not. Where do we do it? We do it in 2 places. NFL teams. That's where I just was, right? Maybe. With Notepad. No, I wasn't there. I was in the other one. Okay. So Nate Johnson. Save. All right. Oh, yeah. Where's this one at? Okay. That's an active replay. That's in. Okay. All right. So let's go back in. And let's save. Save. Yes. I know. And then we'll exit, 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 exit. Pro Football Helper. Continue, continue. Continue. And so now we'll go QB sack. Frankie Albert, -4. Nate Johnson. There he is. All right, so 30 seconds. Okay. 2nd and 14. All right, a 10. That'll be an outside run. 55. That's someone new. That's Len Eschmont. He's had a couple of targets. I don't think he's ran the ball yet. And he only runs inside. 26 is AS. So we'll go inside run AS. Len Eschmont. 52. That's terrible. 26. He'll gain a yard. And it's 3rd down and a whole bunch. Len Eschmont. He gets a yard. And it's going to be, let's go medium pass heavy here. 13. That's going to be a medium pass. 52 is Jim Kaysen. He's a C. 13's a BS. We'll go medium pass BS. Frankie Albert to Jim Kaysen. $23. Another sack. 29. That's a big one. He'll lose 11 yards. Boy, did that hurt them. The sacks on this drive. Who got it this time? 11. That's going to be Paul Cleary. He should be your starting defensive end. Yeah, starting left end. Paul Cleary gets the sack. And it will be 4th and 24, back to 46. And you're going to punt it away. Bring out Rip Collins, or not Rip Collins. Bring out Frankie Albert, our punter, to punt it away. 46 is 6, and that'll be a touchback. Long punt. 46-yarder. Bounces out of the end zone. And the Bears, or the Hornets. The Hornets take over 1st and 10 on their 20. Boy, it really calmed down after that first 5 minutes. Okay. Hornets ball. All right, a leaner. Let's re-roll. All right, a 17. That'll be a short pass for Johnny Clement. He's going to come out of the game soon. And we'll put Horschenmeyer in as our quarterback. 44 is a BD. 15 is going to be Dan Edwards. He's an A, so we're going to go AD, short pass. Clement. 54. 54 is a 36, and that is a 10-yard completion, but we have a TH. 45. That's a 31. That is unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15 from the gain. Holy cow. So the pass is good. Clement, 10 yards to Dan Edwards. And 15 seconds for the penalty. And then we're going to add on another penalty on the... It's our second 15-yarder. And that was what? Unnecessary roughness. I can't believe there was unnecessary roughness back then. I mean, it really, really had to be rough. No time. 1st and 10 at the 45 for the Bears who get, or for the Hornets who get 25 easy yards. All right, a 6. No, a 9. That's an outside run. 43 is CD. 21 is Horschenmeyer. Hornschemeyer. Something like that. So he only runs inside, right? Oh, no, he goes outside. Oh, he goes outside. So outside run against a CD Horschenmeyer. 26 is a 24. And that he'll lose a yard. He'll go backwards. And it's going to be 2nd and 11. We'll standard here. All right, 14 is a short pass. 56. 56 is AS. Ooh, 11. It's going to be Edwards again. So short pass, Dan Edwards. And it's an AD, right? 56. AS. Okay. 15. It's going to be complete. It's a 6. And that's going to be 18 yards. So Clement to Edwards. Edwards having a pretty good first half. 18 yards. That's a first down. They're going to go to the 49ers 38, just like that. 3 plays. And we got a 9. That's an outside run. 15. That should be an AD or AG. 65. This is going to be George Bucksar. There he is. He's a fullback 2, linebacker 2. He only runs inside, so we'll go inside run. And you know that because of the even numbers. If you see even numbers, don't run outside runs with guys that have these even numbers at the good numbers. Because if you roll a 66, here, I'll just show you. Let's say George Bucksar, let's say you call an inside run. You roll a 66, he gets a 6. It's not great, but at least it's double digits most of the way, right? On a 66 from. But if you do it on an outside run, it's much, much smaller. And that's because that guy doesn't run outside. He's a fullback. He only runs inside. So let me do that again here. So Bucksar, and it's 1st and 10. And what are we going against? A 15 is an AG. We rolled the 23, and that sucks. That's a 14. Oh, he'll gain 5. Just missed the fumble. Bobbled it a little bit. But he gains 5. Ooh, is he not in here? Oh, man, I'll tell you what, the Hornets is just wrong. Man, okay, let's cancel. Save. I got to yell at ChatGPT. I think I'm going to cancel ChatGPT anyway. All right, so we'll go back to here. So we need to go edit. We need to add in George Bucksar as a fullback. Add it into here. Save them both. All right. Go back to here. That's going to be Bucksar with a 5-yard gain. All right, 2nd and 5. And a 6. That'll be an outside run. 65 is BS. 43 is Johnny Clement. And he will run either way. So we'll go outside run BS Clement. Quarterback keeper. Kind of. Not really. Ernie Lewis still takes the snap. He just doesn't do anything with the ball ever. So here we go. So Clement on the run. 53 is a 19. And he gets 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 1. Third and 1. Let's go big here. All right. 3, that's an inside run. 55. 55 is BG. 63 is Rip Collins. And he only runs inside. So inside run BG Rip Collins. 41. 41's a 25. No gain. So Rip Collins, no gain. I think we're going to go for it. I mean, I don't know. Did they go for it back in the days? Was that a thing? We're going to go for it. It seemed wild and crazy back then. So we're going to go for it. We'll go big again. 10. That'll be an inside run. 54 is, an A. Okay, so it's an AD. But because I went, it's a BD. But because I went inside run, we're going to make it a BS. I went big. We'll make it a BS. 65 is Bucksar again. So BS, Bucksar, inside run on 4th and 1. 66 is a 6. I just talked about it. He gets 9 yards. And it's a first down. Bucksar for 9. All right. 1st and 10 at the 20. First and 10 at the 20. All right. Standard. A 1. That'll be an inside run. 63. Oh, 63 is not good. That's a CD. 11. That'll be Horschemeyer. 56. That's a 24. No gain. Oh, no. 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain for Horschemeyer. And it's going to be 2nd and 8. 19. That's a medium pass. And we have medium pass. So we will do it. 41. 41 is an AS. 51 is Paul Patterson. He's a C. So we'll make it a BS. So medium pass, BS, Paul Patterson. $24. Clement, that's a 19. That is incomplete. And it's 3rd down. So Clement, trying to get him one more score before he goes off the field, which is going to be soon. Paul Patterson. Where are you at, Paul Patterson? There you are. We'll go 15. All right. Yeah, I was taking him off at 7.5. We're at 8 right now. So let's go short pass heavy. All right, a 10. Well, that's going to be a short pass. Lots of 5s on the board. 55 on your defense is AD. 55 on your offense is Bob Swiger. He's a C, so we're going to go BD. So short pass BD. And it will be Clement to Schweiger. 35. 35 is an 8. It's good for 5 yards. It is not enough for a first down, but it will make the field goal a little easier. So Clement to Schweiger. Boom. Incomplete, or 5 yards. And we will bring out Jim McCarthy to try a field goal. 0 for 1 today. I did that. 5 yards. All right, so 0 for 1 today. This is a little bit shorter, though. This is, I assume this is 20 yards. So we're going to go right here. We're at the 13. So we're going to use this column right here. And it's a 15 for McCarthy. That's a 5. And that is good. So the Bears, or the Hornets, damn it. The Hornets extend their lead. 17-7. 7:15 to go. Clement is done at quarterback. Horschemeyer will be doing the passing from now on. As Ernie Lewis just kind of stands around and says, what about me, guys? What about me? It isn't fair. Modern moving pictures. That's a great one-hit wonder from the 80s. What about me by moving pictures? So we're going to go Horschemeyer now as your quarterback. Let's kick it off with McCarthy. 15. It's an 11. It's 57.09, so it'll be taken at the 3-yard line. All right, taking it to 3. It's going to be it's going to be Joe Perry. I said his name very little. They have 0 passing yards. Frankie Albert's 0 for 3 for 0. Halfway through the second quarter already. Joe Perry on the return. Oh, an 11 for Joe Perry. That is a 7. And he'll get 43 yards on the return. Try to get a little momentum going their way here. Joe Perry must have been a heck of a player. First and 10 at the 46 now. For the Niners, who have run 9 plays, maybe 10 plays with a sack or 2. Maybe 12 plays, because I think there's 3 sacks. They have 56 total yards, all of it rushing. Just not a good game here for the 49ers, who, by the way, 8-4, second place. So a 9, that'll be outside run. 65 is Eddie Carr. He's a halfback too. 21 is AS. So outside run. Eddie Carr does not run outside, so we'll go inside run. AS. 64. That's a 15. Ooh, 20 yards for Eddie Carr. Is he not here? Oh, man. Oh, there he is. Okay. 20 yards. And that's going to be first and 10. They're going to get all the way to the Hornets, 34. And it's a 10. That's an outside run. 11. Well, that's going to be Joe Perry. 45. 45 is a BS because it almost always is. So inside run, Joe Perry. We're making an inside run. Joe Perry doesn't run outside. He only runs inside and plays guitar for Aerosmith. All right, there we go. Oh, a 34. That's a 35. He loses a yard, but we have a penalty. A TE. Let's see if Chicago can pick up their very first penalty. 25. That is going to be on Chicago. That's going to be holding 5 yards and an automatic first down. And they'll take it. So we'll go penalty on Chicago. 5 yards. Automatic first down for holding. And it's going to be first and 10 down at the 29 for the 49ers. All right, a 10. That's another outside run. 46 this time is Johnny. Oh, God, this name. Johnny Strzykalski. Strzykalski. We'll go with that. And he will run inside or outside. He's a halfback 4. Is he a starter? Yeah, he's one of the starting halfbacks. And that is against a 42. 42 is BS. So we'll go outside run BS. And we are inside the 31. Outside run BS, Johnny Strzykalski. 52. That's not good. That's a 27. Oh, he'll lose 3 yards. Oh, they get down there and they lose yards again. That's what they did last time they were down there. -3. And it's going to be second and 13 now. Let's go short pass heavy. Let's get Frankie Albert a completion here. All right, a 17. Well, that's going to be a medium pass. 46 is Len Eschmont. He's a C. 56 is AS. Make it a BS. So BS medium pass. No, short pass now. I'm sorry. It's still a medium pass, but now we got to flip boards because we're back behind the 31 again. So BS medium pass. Frankie Albert to Len Eschmont. How about a 16? How about an interception? That is picked off. W65, his second one of the game. Frankie Albert to Len Eschmont. And it's W65. Let's look at the book. W65. 65. That is a 16-yard pass. It's intercepted. And getting an interception for the Hornets. 21. That's going to be Hardy Brown. Hardy Brown getting the interception. My favorite player on the team. There he is. Oh, he's a WP column too. Look at those single digits in the P column. He can get something here. Picks it off at the 16-yard line. 21 is a 13. And he is going to get 15 yards on the return. So the Hornets defense, which is not good, -5, -15, playing well. So Hardy Brown, what did I say? 15 yards. Where are you at, Hardy? There you are. He'll get 15, and they'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 31, up 17-7, 5.5 to go. And the 49ers just have no offense right now. All right, 16. That'll be a short pass, and it's going to be Horschenmeyer now. 11 on defense. That's a CD. And a 41 is Rip Collins. He's a C. So we'll stay at CD on the short pass. So now it's Horschenmeyer. 51 is an 8. It's complete. He'll get 5 yards. Now it's Horschenmeyer to Rip Collins, my other favorite player on the team because his name's Rip. 30. All right, 2nd and 5 on the 36. Down to 5 minutes here in the second quarter. A 6. That's going to be an outside run. Oh, another good defense. 11. This time it's a CG. 61 is Ray Ramsey. He only runs inside, so we'll go. Oh, no, he only runs outside. So we will stay with that outside run. And it was a CG. 13. That's a 25. That is no gain. And he will stay in bounds. So Ray Ramsey. Uh-oh, is he not in here? Oh, there he is. 0. All right, 3rd and 5. We'll go short pass heavy for Horschenmeyer. A 10. That is a short pass. 66. I rolled 66, 11, 66 for this defense. CD. 16, though, that's going to be Danny Edwards, and he's an A. So make it a BD this time. All right, so it's going to be Horschenmeyer to Edwards. 56 is a 21, and it's going to drop incomplete, and it's 4th down. So the defense finally holds the Hornets. I keep doing that. The Hornets. And it is 4th and 5. Bring out Rip Collins to punt. 52. Oh, it's a 25. 25 is not a good number. That ball goes 25 yards and then goes out of bounds. Very short punt for Rip Collins. And the 49ers are going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 39. 4 minutes to go. See if they can get on the board, get something going here for the end of this thing. All right, 13. That'll be an outside run. 26 is Joe Perry. Oh, no, it's not. It's Cathcart. He only runs inside. And then 54, that's going to be an AD. So we're going to go inside run AD. Cathcart. Ooh, another bad roll. 23. 23 is a 28, and he'll lose yards. He'll gain a yard. Wow. So Cathcart gets 1 thanks to the AD. And it'll be 2nd and 9 on the 40. Let's go standard. 2, that's an inside run. 31. There's, no, still not Joe Perry. Wow. Joe Perry was really good that year. He has like 10 attempts at 10 dice rolls out of the 36. It's Cathcart again. Ball hog. He's the, who was the last game? Bill. Who was the guy for the Jets? Bill Edwards or Bill Franch? I don't know, that guy. He kept taking carries from Matt Snell. All right, 62 is Bill Mathis. That's it. AS. So Cathcart inside run AS. 51, that's a 15. And he gets 20 yards. Cathcart for 20. Still 0 passing yards, but they have 94 rushing yards. And it's going to go to the Hornets 40, Chicago's 40. 3 minutes to go here. Keep it going. 13, that's an outside run. 44, that is Johnny Strzelski. And he will run either way, so we'll go outside. 51 is AG. So outside run AG. Johnny Strzelski. 21 is a 24. He'll lose a yard. And let's go short pass heavy here. All right, and 19, well, that's a medium pass. 41 is Gail Bruce. 2 first names. He is a C1. He's a 1, 2, 3. Gail Bruce. 13 is BS. We'll stay at BS. Medium pass. 45 is 17. It's incomplete. 0 for 5 with 2 picks now for Frankie Albert. And it's 2:15 to go here. 3rd and 11. Let's go medium pass heavy again. And we'll get a 14. That's a medium pass. 54 this time is Nick Suzoff. He's a C. There he is. Suzoff. He's a C1. And 61 is BS. So we'll go medium pass again, BS again. This time Nick Suzoff. 63, 31, incomplete, but a penalty. Let's check the TH. It's a 36, and that is going to be offside on the defense. They get another chance. So 5 yards on the Hornets. And we will go short pass heavy. That takes us to the 2-minute warning, by the way. We'll go short pass heavy this time on 3rd and 6. And it's an 8. That will be a short pass. 44. 44 is Hal Schoner. Hal Schoner, another receiver, another C. There he is. He's another C1. QS4. A Hawkeye. He's 103 years old. 34. That is not good. That is an AD. I'm sorry, an AG, but since I went short pass heavy, we'll make it an AS. Short pass. Oh, can he do it? Can Frankie Albert do it? Come on, buddy. 61. 61's a 17. It's complete for 4 yards. Holy cow. So Frankie, complete for 4. 2. I already forgot who the guy was. Susoff? 44. Schoner. Hal Schoner. There he is. And we're going to do this. We're going to go 30 seconds. They're going to call a timeout. And then they're going to go for it. So 4th and 2 from the 32. Too many of my drives for both teams have ended right around field goal territory. And if it's 2025 or 2012, those are good field goals. But in 1949, no, not good. So we're going to go for it here. Called timeout. We're going to go for it. So we're going to go standard offense. But I'm going to say all passes are short passes. And that's a 15. Well, that's going to be a short pass. 11 is, or 15, I mean, that's Joe Perry. So that's going to be an, oh, no, it's not. It's going to be Alan Beals. About time we throw to him. I think we had a long pass to him, and that's it. He's an A. All right, he's an A. 62 is an AS. So we're going to go AS, short pass, Albert to Beals. 21, is that going to be enough? 20, it's not. It's incomplete. And they turn it over on downs. What is Frankie Albert doing? So minute 30 for the Hornets. And I don't really want to do anything here. Let's go short pass heavy. I mean, you got all your timeouts, I guess. It's going to be Horschenmeyer, short pass. 46 is BS. 21 is that going to be our guy, Dan Edwards? Yes, so Dan Edwards is an A. Make it an AS, short pass. Horschenmeyer to Edwards. 12 is a 27, and Horschenmeyer is going to take off and run. And 46 is BS. So Horschenmeyer, outside run, 44, 16, and he'll pick up 9 yards, and they'll call timeout. All right, second and one at the 41. Let's go short pass heavy again. A 20. Well, that's a long pass. And I already used the long pass. Let's go medium pass. 44 is BD. 63 is Faye King. This is one of my favorite names. I didn't show you this one earlier. I'm listening to my favorite book of all time right now. And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. And the guy who gets everybody to the island, his initials and his name is UN Owen. Get it? Like unknown. Get it? So this guy's name is Faye King. Like faking. Get it? Very clever. I'm calling BS on this. It's not his real name. There he is. Faking. He's a C1. Maybe. He could be faking. I don't know. He's a C1. 44 was BD. So we're going to go short pass. No, we're going to go medium pass. BD. Horschenmeyer to the faker. You're a faker. Is that right? You're a faker. No, you're a phony. Oh, never mind then. So we're going to go 44 is BD. Medium pass. There it is. All right, so Horschenmeyer, a 22. It's going to be complete. 21 yards for faking. Wow, Horschenmeyer to Faye King. Where you at, Faye? I'll pay you some respect here for getting a 21-yard pass. Wait, are you not in here? Well, I'll tell you what, ChatGPT did not do a very good job with the Hornets. Save. I've had to add 4 or 5 guys now. I'm going to have to go in and like alphabetize it. So this is not going to be on my website, like I said earlier. The game files, I have to go in and do a little work to them. Yes. All right, so let's go. Whoops, here. Here, actually, I can just go here. And faking is. Whoops. Faking is on the other team. There he is. He's an end, so we'll make him a wide receiver. So here, wide receiver. Faking. Copy. We'll put it over here. Save. Go back to here. Continue. And it was going to be a 21-yard completion from Horschenmeyer to the faker. Boom. 21. And they'll call another timeout. They're going to be down to the 38 of San Francisco. 1 timeout to go. We'll go short pass heavy again. And it's a 13. That's a short pass. 44 again. That's a BD. 24 is Hank Foldberg. He's a C. So we'll go short pass. BD. Horschenmeyer to Foldberg. 26. 26 is a 20. It's incomplete. All right, second down. 45 seconds to go. Let's go medium pass heavy. An 18, that's going to be a medium pass. 15 is AD. Oh, and it's going to be Edwards again. So we're going to stay at AD on this medium pass. $55 for Horschemeyer. That's a 6. That's complete for 20 more yards. Boy, the dice are loving the Hornets. Horschemeyer to Edwards for 20. And they will use their last timeout. Down to the 18. One timeout to go. 30 seconds to go. We still have the hurry up, so we'll go. I don't even know if they did hurry up back then, but I don't care. We'll go. Let's go short. Let's go medium pass heavy. 18 is a medium pass, regardless of what I call. 44 again. I keep getting like BD and CD, and it doesn't matter. And back to Edwards. So we're gonna go AD. So 44 is a BD. We'll go AD, medium pass. Here we go. 66 for Horschemeyer. It's a 2. It's a touchdown. And it is 24-7. Horschemeyer to Edwards. 18 yards, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown. What a great 2-minute drive that was. All right, McCarthy. 26 is a 22. And it's good. And with 15 seconds to go, it is 24-7. Again, the Bears lost this game. They scored 24. But the 49ers scored 4. Not the Bears. The Hornets lost this game. 42-24. So they're right on target for their amount. But the 49ers need 5 more touchdowns. All right, let's kick it off. Last play of the half. 24 for McCarthy is a 10. 56-09, taken by Joe Perry. Their only touchdown was on that fumble kickoff return. So Perry from the 4. 41 is a 16. No, is that right? No, it's P column. 41 is it's a 25. Yeah, he'll get 6 yards. So just nothing going right now for the 49ers. And that is going to be it for this video. I played the first half of this game. I am playing a season. I'm doing the whole season here. So I have 89 that I'm doing the whole season. I have this that I'm doing the whole season. Everything else just scattered. But I'm really excited about this 7-team, 14-game, 1949 AAFC season. 24-7 Chicago to start off the first game, which is actually a week 6 game. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to hit save right here. And I will talk to you all maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll keep playing it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Have a good night.